feel super proud of yourself that you've made it this far. I know this is not easy, and I'm sorry that my dogs are barking. They're silly. But we are finally on page, oh my goodness, 11, I think. So this is fantastic. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of roll in 11, 12, and 13 in the same video because the conclusion is super short, especially if you did a really good introduction. Okay, so in a conclusion, we have our concluding transition word that A answers the prompt again. All right, R, reflect on a few sentences about the story. So if you click here, we're going to go to our sentence starters. Okay. And it's just a link to the slideshow that I show in class. But I have the sentence starters up here. Conclusion. Okay. Concluding transition that A answers the prompt again. So you want to start it off with in conclusion. And if you want to change that to a better transition word, it's all on page 5 right here if you want to get fancy. Okay. But what you want to do is you want to restate your thesis from earlier. So you just say, in conclusion, Jackson utilizes plot development to create irony in the story through the use of blank, blank, and blank. Okay, and we talked about this. We talked about how it was exposition. We talked about how this was dialogue, and then the final thing was foreshadowing, right? And then you're going to R, reflect on it for a few sentences, okay, in general to wrap it up. Here are some starters. After reading The Lottery, one can only wonder why the author wrote this story. One can only guess. Okay, so you want to give your thoughts here, but never say I or you or we or any other personal pronouns. Always say the reader or one whenever you want to say that. So you're just going to come on over here and you're going to give me a few sentences here about that. Try to make this 5 sentences because like I like a paragraph that's 5 to 7 sentences. Okay, so why don't you get on that, pause it. I'm going to continue on in a minute, okay? All right, welcome back. All right, this is one of the last steps you have to do. You want to revise your essay. Nothing is perfect from the start. You're going to look at the rubric on the next page, and it's how the next one will be graded. How does yours match up? So you're going to look through here on page 13, all right? Focus, content, organization, style, and conventions. Of course, you're going to be shooting for the 4 column. All right. Be honest, though. Circle, right? Whatever one you think it is. And then when you're done that, I want you to go back and say, would you do well? Okay. Now, since we have time, go back and adjust your writing. Did you not have enough sentences? Adjust that. Okay. Add a text box below and tell me 2 things you rewrote. I think you should rewrite at least 2 things, no matter how perfect you think you are. Okay. And then finally, you want to edit this essay. Okay. Now that you're done, read the whole essay to yourself out loud. Was it easy, smooth?